Hey, guys! Okay, so in honor of Halloween, I have some scary stories I'll be releasing on my Patreon page. And this one might just be the spookiest of them all. So buckle up, because this is an absolutely wild tale from start to finish. In 1966, the quiet town of Pontefract, England was home to a simple family. We've got dad, mom, 4 kids. Life was good. The place where they lived at 30 East Drive seemed nice enough. It was an ordinary-looking 3-story house in a peaceful neighborhood. What the family didn't realize when they moved in was that they weren't alone. Oh no, this wasn't just any house. It was a portal to hell. Okay, maybe not literally hell, but something terrible was hiding within those walls. For the first few months, nothing happened. Then weird stuff began to occur. At first, the events were small. Lights flickered, suddenly went out. They noticed a cold spot in the hallway. Water would pool on the kitchen floor for no reason. They blamed old pipes, faulty wiring. Yeah, there were reasonable explanations, or so they thought. Then the intensity turned up a notch. Things started moving on their own. Books flew off shelves, pictures tumbled from the wall. Then they heard it, heavy footsteps pounding in the hallway. Mom and Dad dismissed it as mice or settling pipes. But the kids heard it too, a dragging metal sound. Sometimes they even saw it, a dark shadow at the top of the stairs. It always stood silent, motionless. It watched them with cold, soulless eyes. That's how they described it. Whenever anyone approached, it vanished. But it didn't stop there. Oh no, the family had friends over. They wanted to show them the creepy stuff happening at their house. When the visitors arrived, sure enough, they saw it, the ominous figure at the top of the stairs. It was like a thick black cloud. One witness even swore he felt an icy breath on his neck. The ghost was so bold, it continued to appear even when the family brought in priests to bless the house. Then came the night that truly chilled everyone to the bone. The power went out. Total darkness. Furniture began to move. They heard scraping noises, heavy breathing. The cabinet shook violently, then crashed to the floor. Screams echoed through the house. Everyone fled outside into the darkness. No one wanted to stay inside that haunted house. The ghost was having a party. When they returned, they found their daughter Diane lying on the stairs. Her eyes were wide with terror. Marks were imprinted on her throat as if someone had tried to strangle her. She told them a horrifying tale of unseen hands grabbing her, dragging her up the stairs. When her parents rushed to help, all they could do was watch in disbelief as she was thrown across the landing. Their worst fears confirmed, the family called for help. Soon, paranormal investigators and priests arrived at the chaotic scene. They couldn't explain what happened, but one theory emerged. Perhaps a malevolent spirit was haunting the house, targeting their innocent daughter. For weeks, they tried to cleanse the property, perform exorcisms. But the ghost was relentless. Then came the haunting revelation. Researchers discovered a dark secret from the past. 30 East Drive had a sinister history. Legend spoke of a monk living there centuries ago. He committed terrible deeds, perhaps even sacrifices. Some whispered he was involved in satanic rituals. When his crimes were exposed, he met a gruesome end. They say his body was taken away, never to be seen again. Could this vengeful spirit be haunting the family? Was he targeting Diane for unknown reasons? As the ghost continued to plague them, the family grew desperate. With no other choice, they packed their belongings and fled their home. They left behind the haunting whispers and the dreadful feeling of being watched, but the terror didn't end there. Those who dared enter the house afterwards experienced chilling phenomena. Ghost hunters, skeptics, curious onlookers all reported the same eerie presence. Some refused to step inside, fearing what might lurk in the shadows. Years later, the legend persists. Some believe the ghost is the restless spirit of that former monk seeking revenge. Others claim it's something far more sinister, an entity from beyond our realm, trapped within the confines of 30 East Drive. The house remains a source of mystery and fear. Many wonder if the true horrors revealed in the investigation will ever come to light. Is there a horrifying truth hidden beneath the surface? What secrets does the house still hold? Now, these are questions that continue to haunt the residents of Pontefract. The case became known as Europe's most violent haunting. Newspapers ran headlines for weeks. Experts were baffled. Priests were scared. The family just wanted to forget the nightmare. But it stuck with them forever. The scars of that haunting ran deep. After they left, other families moved in, but they couldn't stand it. Something evil lingered within those walls. Eventually, the house was abandoned, left empty and decaying. Nature reclaimed parts of it. Vines crawled up the side, trees sprouted in the overgrown garden. But rumors persisted. People still saw the ghost. Some said they felt a cold hand on their shoulder when no one was there. Others claimed to hear disembodied voices whispering their name. It was as if the spirit reached out from the grave to drag them into darkness. But why? What was this ghost seeking all these years later? Why did it continue to appear even after the family left? And why did it target Diane with such ferocity? These questions have no easy answers. Maybe the ghost had unfinished business. Maybe it craved company. Or maybe it simply hated the living for no discernible reason. Whatever the truth, one thing is clear: the spirit won't rest. It's trapped 30 East Drive in an eternal state of terror. The house remains a grim reminder of the supernatural forces that may lie dormant within our world, waiting for their moment to strike. Look, I don't usually delve into ghost stories, but this one has all the makings of a Stephen King novel, don't you think? A seemingly normal family, a creepy house with a dark past, unexplainable phenomena, and a sinister presence lurking in the shadows. This case is particularly fascinating because it blurs the lines between reality and the paranormal. You almost get the sense that the ghost isn't malevolent, but rather a tormented soul trapped between worlds. Its actions aren't driven by hate, but by an insatiable need to communicate, to seek solace, or perhaps to warn the living of the dangers that lie ahead. I mean, just think about it. Imagine living your life completely normally, and then suddenly the world as you know it turns upside down. Your everyday surroundings become tainted with an eerie presence. You're haunted by unsettling occurrences that defy rational explanation. The mundane transforms into the macabre. Every creak of the floorboard sends a shiver down your spine. Ordinary household sounds take on sinister undertones. Even the familiar faces of loved ones seem to bear a haunting resemblance to something from your darkest nightmares. The boundary between the real and the spectral becomes perilously thin. You find yourself questioning your sanity. Reality itself seems to unravel before your very eyes. In the midst of this chaos, a palpable dread seeps into your bones. The air grows heavy with unspoken horrors. You feel an overwhelming sense of impending doom, as if an invisible force is reaching out from the shadows to grasp you in its chilling embrace. Paranoia takes root. You turn to those around you for solace, but their faces are etched with confusion and disbelief. You feel utterly alone in your torment, trapped in a labyrinth of fear where escape seems impossible. And let's not forget the entity itself, whatever form it may take, whether it's a ghastly apparition, a disembodied voice, or an oppressive aura. Its presence becomes an inescapable tormentor. It follows you relentlessly, its icy fingers trailing across your skin as you try in vain to flee its suffocating grasp. Each step you take echoes with dread. Each heartbeat pounds like a drum of impending doom. You re-caught in a terrifying game of cat and mouse with the specter haunting your every waking moment. The line between sanity and madness blurs as you grapple to maintain your humanity in the face of unimaginable horrors. Are you strong enough to withstand the relentless pursuit of the entity? Can you escape the clutches of fear, or will you succumb to the haunting darkness that threatens to consume you? Hey, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's Halloween special. Please remember to hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want more spooky tales, check out the Patreon exclusive series. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time. Bye.